What's going on? Austin Zaback here, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can wholesale from your bed. You heard it here first. There's a lot of wholesalers out there, a lot of gurus talking about how to get out there and get a wholesale deal, right? You got to knock on the door, you got to sign a contract in person, you got to get on a freaking airplane, meet the buyers, you got to go get pictures of the property, you got to do all these crazy things, and the reality of it is you can do all of that from your bedroom, laying in bed with a laptop, with an internet connection, and you can close a wholesale deal. And in this video, we're gonna talk about 6 steps of how you can get out there and make it happen. Step number 1 is to get comfortable. Get your Snuggie or your sweatshirt if you don't have a Snuggie, and go ahead, get your Grant Cardone socks on and get in bed, right? Get comfortable, get your laptop and make sure that you got your heater on, you got yourself a nice cup of coffee or whatever it is that you drink, and get ready to make a big fat check. All right, step number 2 is cold calling. But before you get into cold calling, you're gonna wanna go ahead and pull yourself some data. Now, you can do all this from your computer, so I'm gonna jump over here to my computer screen really quick, and I'm gonna focus on a company called PropStream, which is where we're at right now. This is one of my more favorite places to pull data. I like how it's so user-friendly and easy to use. It's also very cost-efficient. I'm also gonna have a discount code down below that you can use to save some money when you go ahead and come in and pull some data. Now, after that, you're gonna wanna go ahead and find some sort of cold calling system. There's a couple of different ones that I like. I do not have any discount codes or anything like that. One of them is called Vulcan 7. Another one is called Mojo Dialer. I'm just gonna pull these up here as I talk. It's like the Mojo Power Dialer. There's another one called Zen Call that you can use. And again, all of these are actually really good, and you can use any of them, and none of them are really better than any others. Another way that you can do it is once you pull the data from PropStream, you can also just literally dial on your cell phone. So you can pull out your cell phone and you can just dial one at a time. Now, if you're not pulling big, huge lists of data, then maybe dialing from your cell phone is the better alternative, because you're not actually having to spend a bunch of money on a system that you might not use to the full extent of how they're actually meant to be used. You can be in your bed virtually wholesaling and actually do it in your own backyard. What I mean by that is, like, I live in Arizona, so I can virtual wholesale in Arizona from my bed without actually going to that property. So you can very much virtual wholesale in the same market that you're in, but just do it from home, right? Do it from your bed, which is the entire purpose of this video. Now, in order to do that efficiently, I'm gonna show you a couple of things that I do when I'm calling sellers. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and type in the address of the subject property that we're about to call, and I'm gonna go ahead and actually look at nearby like landmarks or things that I can use to build rapport. So when I pull this property up, this is 24 East Vera Lane, Tempe, Arizona. What I notice right off the bat is that there's a park right here called Harrelson Park or Hanger Park Playground, right? So I might call the seller and be like, hey Nancy, my name's Austin with A&A Development, and I'm actually looking to buy a property here in Tempe, Arizona. I noticed that you own a property on 24 East Vera Lane, and I was just curious if you'd ever thought about selling. It's funny because it's actually right down the street from a park that I used to play at when I was a little kid, right? Or whatever you actually want to do to build rapport with that seller. So now the seller's like, oh yeah, that's the park that I know that the property's right down the street from, and you're able to have something in common with that seller right off the bat, right? These are little tips and tricks that you can use to build rapport with people without actually being in that market or knowing a ton about the area or the property in general. So in reference to building rapport via landmarks, you can also build rapport a ton of different ways, right? You can leverage pets, you can leverage sports, you can leverage other like monumental places in the area, like restaurants, museums, whatever you can think of. I was talking to a seller the other day, and we were talking about a restaurant that I hadn't been to in forever, which reminds me, I'm actually like a little bit hungry right now. So step number 3 is to order yourself some food, because when you're working from bed, you're gonna get hungry in the middle of the day. So real quick, I'm gonna order some food on Postmates. And I'm just gonna scroll down and get some Chipotle, which I feel like Chipotle sounds really good right now. Boom, and would you look at that? We've got Chipotle. So that is step number 3, is to go ahead and order yourself some food. All right, step number 4 is you've gotta get the contract signed. You've talked to the seller on the phone, you've referenced a bunch of landmarks, you're full because you just ate, and now you're ready to cash a check. Just a couple more steps though, And again, step number 4 is to get that contract signed. Now, there's a lot of old school beliefs out there that you need to literally go get the contract. And we're gonna talk in a minute about how you can actually leverage other people to make that happen and to make other things happen that we're going to need in just a moment. But for now, I would just go ahead and use DocuSign to get the contract signed. Most sellers, without a shadow of a doubt, as long as you set the right expectations, will sign a contract via DocuSign every single time. And step number 5 is to go ahead and get pictures of the property. Now, contrary to what a lot of wholesalers want you to believe, you can do all of this virtually. I'm gonna go grab a bottle of water, and while I do that, I'm gonna show you on TaskRabbit. You'll see while I'm walking, literally you can get onto the app. First of all, download the app TaskRabbit, and once you do that, you can go ahead and type in that you want to run errands. Now, once you type in that you want to run errands, you can type in the address, which I already have put in here, 24 East Vera Lane in Tempe, Arizona, 85284, and task size is going to be small. So we're going to do that, and then we're basically going to do get pictures of the property, okay? You're obviously going to type in like a bunch more in detail of what you want, see taskers and prices, and right here you're going to have all the different people that will complete that task. Now again, depending on like a number of different variables, there will be a lot of people that will be able to complete the task. You're going to select that person. Normally, this is actually like pretty expensive. Normally it's like $20, and you're just going to basically continue, and then you're going to book that task, and they'll go out and actually get pictures, which I'll show you right here. But basically, these are actually pictures that were actually of a property we're working on right now that I'm showing you. And you know, again, these are pictures that I had somebody else go out and take via TaskRabbit. I'm actually, like, even when I do a property in my own backyard, I'm not the guy that's running around taking a million pictures. So I want you to understand you can do all this from your bed, which is where we're about to head back to right now. And we're gonna talk about step number 6, which is very important. All right, now you've got pictures of the property, you've got your contract signed, you've got everything done that you need. All you've got to do is sell the property to an end buyer. Now, without going and building a big buyer's list right now, I'm going to show you a very simple way to get a property sold like that. Let's jump over here to my computer really quick and go on Facebook, okay? Now, we're going to log into Facebook, and whatever market you're in, you're literally going to just type that market in and do like Phoenix real estate investors, Atlanta real estate investors, North Carolina real estate investors, real estate wholesalers, whatever keywords you can type in to find a group on Facebook that you can actually leverage, right? So Phoenix real estate investors group, 5,809 members. Boom. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and search this group for cash buyers. Now, I'm just going to search cash buyer, and you're going to find basically a bunch of people that are cash buyers. Now, what you can do right now is you can actually direct message any and all of these people, letting them know that you have a property that you're looking to sell. Or you can find a wholesaler that has a cash buyers list that you can shoot a DM, and you can be like, hey, let's go ahead and JV on this deal. And then you can just do a joint venture agreement with one of these people and JV the deal with them, leveraging their cash buyers list, and split the deal 50-50. That is it. That is all you've got to do. You found your cash buyer, boom, the property is sold, and you are done and ready to collect a check, which brings me to the end of the video. And now the last and final step is to collect that check. You've done everything you needed to do, and now it's time to cash in that paper. But for real, guys, you can actually virtual wholesale real estate. You know, a lot of people think that they have to go out there and they have to be present in the market they're trying to wholesale in. And the reality of it is that we do 90% of our wholesaling business completely virtual. We never see the property, we never take pictures, we never meet the seller, and we literally collect cash. Okay, it's not actually cash. Normally we collect an actual check, but at the end of the day, we make the money without actually having to do anything, without actually having to like get in our car and drive or anything like that. We do it all virtual, all on the laptop, and you can too. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Drop in the comment section down below what you would like to see in a future wholesaling video. Like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.